Hello, welcome. For today's video, I'm going to be testing out a full face of Mina makeup. So in this basket, I've got all sorts of goodies. I've got foundation, blusher, bronzer-ish. I'm going to kind of make one. Some eye products, some lip products, yeah, all sorts. As always, my videos are about showing real reviews with real skin. And today we're going to start off with foundation. So I've got this one here. So this is the 3-in-1 foundation, 603. I got their shades go in numbers. It says primer, concealer and foundation with SPF 15. So the packaging is like this. So it's plastic, but it's like frosted plastic. And then we have a pump on there as well. So I'm going to take... Well, it's a bit thicker than I thought. Oh, come on. There we go. About that much, which would have been about two to three pumps, I would say. So this is my skin before. I'm going to do this side because this side's worse than this side because of my pillow. Yeah, I normally sleep on a satin or silk pillowcase because they are generally better for the skin, but recently it was dirty, to be honest, so I used a cotton one and I sleep on this side and my skin's not liking it. A little bit pale for me. It's quite a thick formula, thicker than I'd normally go for. Right, so there's one coat. I am going to put a little bit more on just to get some more coverage from it, but as you can see, I would say it's a light to medium. Like, it is a medium, but it's on the slightly lighter side, if you know what I mean. So with and without, it's definitely taken down my redness. Can you see I've got rosacea, so I've got loads of redness showing through on that side, and this side it's definitely taken that down quite a lot. Although where I've got my blemishes, you can still see them poking through. Bearing in mind it says it's a 3-in-1, you know, with concealer built in, which is probably why it's got a thicker consistency to it. I would say it's not, with a little bit more, it's not too bad actually. There we go, there's with a little bit more. So that's 2 layers just where my blemishes are. Definitely blurs my pores as well. I do have quite large pores, as you can see on this side, and I would say it definitely, you know, makes them less visible. Not blurs them, but makes them less visible. Okay, so it's all over now, and this is my good side, so that's how it's looking there. And then, as I say, that's the side that I showed you before. Forehead, nose and chin. It's not clung to my dry patches, which I'm actually quite surprised about, because it was such a thick formula and it seems to be more matte. Then normally I find that my dry patches would drink that up and it would really, you know, show them off, whereas this doesn't seem to be doing that. So it must have, even though it is on the matte side, it must be quite hydrating at the same time. But no, I actually really like how it looks on my skin. There is still a little bit of glow showing through, like just here on the high points. You can see, even though it is a matte foundation, it's not, you know, looking too dry. I also noticed that, look, this bit comes out. So I don't know if these are refillable, quite possibly. Yeah, I'm not sure. I did try and have a look, but I couldn't see anywhere where it said about it. But maybe it's something that they're planning to do in the future. I'm not sure. If you know, let me know, but I don't know, to be honest. So next we'll move on to eyes, and I have a cream eyeshadow. I'm going to do a really simple look today. So I've got this one here. This is 503, which I believe is one of their most popular shades, because it's one of those shades that suits all skin tones. So I've actually got the lipstick in this as well. But yeah, they look like this. This is glass, so it's like a little frosted glass pot. Really nice quality packaging. And then I have already dipped into this just to swatch it, but that's what the product itself looks like. Really beautiful colour. It's like a pinky brown, almost like a bit of a clay shade. I'm just going to pop this all over my lid. I haven't put any primer on because it's a cream product, so you don't really need to. So I'm just going to dip in with a fluffier brush. This is clean, it's just stained like that. So as you can see, it's got a bit of a pinky ruddy undertone to it. And I'm going to, on my hand, dab it in a bit. And then I will still concentrate, as I normally would, on my crease first, just to really get the shape. What I like about these is that they're really easy to use. You know, this is a sort of product that you could, you know, just whack on in the morning and be done. So just around there, and then I'm going to work onto the lid. As you can see before I carry on, it's so easy to blend. A lot of cream eyeshadows, I don't get on with them, if I'm being totally honest. I find that they cling, they're really difficult to move around the lid, and yeah, I try and avoid them. But these, it's a little bit of a moussey texture, and they're actually really, really simple to use. So I'm just going to go all over, still with the same brush, but all over my lid. As I get towards the inner bit, I'll just take a smaller brush just to fit it in there really. But so it looks like that. Now that's really nice. And what I will also say is it dries down. So if I, you know, if I take my finger, you can see it completely dries down, which is amazing. It looks great. It looks really good. It's a nice colour as well. What I am going to do is just around the edge, just to blend it into, you know, my natural tone. I am just going to take my powder bronzer. I don't have a bronzer from Mina. I couldn't find one. I'm sure they do one, but I couldn't find it. So I'm just going to take the NYX Buttermelt, and I'm just going to take that fluffy brush that I used at the start. And we'll use that just to blend around the edge. So you can definitely blend powders into it as well, which is nice, even though it's dried down. You know, it's blended beautifully. So for eyeliner, I have this one here, which is 759, the Colored Pen Liner, which I believe is a bit like a dark green, which I thought would look quite nice with this shade. So that's what it's like. So 759. Oh, that's nice. And it's like a felt pen liner. Oh, that's really nice actually. So yeah, it's like a really dark green, which looks beautiful. So I'm going to start off about here. Just take it out to about there. Really easy to use, really easy. And then I'll fill that in. Okay, so we're looking like that. That is pretty good. Oh, what's that in my eye? Don't know what that was. Yeah, that looks pretty good, you know. I love the shade, that really dark green, but it's not like an in your face, like intense green. It looks lovely against that shade actually. Really nice, really easy to use. And you feel like it is drying out quite quick, but if you give it a little shake, it, you know, re-energizes itself. You know, you get some liquid back into it. But no, I love that. I think that is really nice. For mascara, I have this one here, which is 575. I think it's just basically a brown mascara, but that's what I like. So yeah, it looks like this is clear here. So it looks like a dark brown mascara. It's got a really interesting wand on it actually. It's like one of those helter-skelter type ones, like a twizzly wand. It's quite good for gripping the lash, and obviously if you curl it up like that, then you're going to get a decent amount of products on the lashes, but without them clumping. It's a good design. So there's how it looks with one coat. They have clumped a bit. Yeah, so can you see Like there's little, almost little clusters. I mean, that's fine. I don't mind too much, but I do prefer it when they're not like that. And then there is with 2 coats of mascara. So yeah, I would say it does clump up a bit more than usual, like most of the other mascaras that I use. But it does still look really nice, and it definitely gives thickness. Yeah, it's pretty. I do like it. It's a nice shade of brown as well. So next we're going to go on with bronzer. Now I don't have a bronzer. I couldn't find one. I'm sure they do one, but I couldn't find it in Superdrug. So I am going to try, where is it? Here. This No Rules stick, which is 503. So it's like that, but I thought it might give a little bit of a bronzy shade, so it kind of looks like that. So it's not far off, you know, a bronzer shade, a little bit pinker maybe, but that's fine. Yeah, the idea of these is, I've got a few of these actually, is that you can use them on your lips, your eyes, your cheek, anywhere you want to really. I'm going to take the stick straight on to the brush like that, and we'll try it in my usual bronzer areas. Might be a bit pale, I'm not sure. It is a little bit pale, to be honest. It's giving a slight bronze, but nowhere near as much as I need, because the foundation, although it does match me quite well, it is quite pale. I look a bit pasty. I feel like I need a bit more colour than that. I'm just going to go on with my usual bronzer. I think it was worth a try. But yeah, it's just a little bit too pale for me. And obviously, you know, I am quite pale. So unless you're extremely pale, I just don't think that that's going to work as a bronzer. I mean, it's not supposed to be a bronzer. I was just trying it out. But yeah, it's a no. Okay, so I just went on with the NYX Buttermelt bronzer on you know, my usual areas as well. See, that's better for me. For blush, I have this one here. So this is 371. This is the powder blush. So packaging is like that. It's all very simple packaging. And then that is what it looks like. It looks really pretty. So it's quite a bright pink, but when you swatch it, it's not too bad at all. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those ones that it's got pigment to it, but it's more of a buildable pigment. I'm going to take about that much. So starting off with a slightly smaller amount, we can build it up if we need to. It's pretty. It's nowhere near, like when you look at it in the pan, you think it's going to be like a really almost fluorescent neon-y pink, but it's nowhere near like that when it's on. It's actually really nice. That's what it looks like. It's pretty. None. And then with. And then for highlighter, I have 2. So the first one I have used before, and it's this one, 512, which is a liquid highlighter. It's really nice, this one. So it's like that. So it's like a gold, like a champagne-y gold. And then I also have, I think this one's a bit newer. This is 312, which is a stick highlighter. So that one's like that. So if I put it on there, oh, that's not a very good place, is it? Put it there. So you can see that's also a champagne gold, but yeah, just in a different formula. So I'm going to try one on each side, I think. So start off on this side with this one. Now I'm going to use my finger, and then we'll use the brush to blend it in. Oh, it's a lovely glow, really nice. Could probably do a bit more. That's really pretty. Quite subtle, like a really nice glow. That's what you're getting from that one. And then I'll show you the other one, which is a bit more intense, but I do really like it. This one I tend to use with my sponge. And for this one, I put it on my hand. I do actually do this with most liquid highlighters anyway. So dip my sponge in. So I've got it on there. Then kind of roll it. And can you see that gorgeous glow you get from that one? See, that one, it's still nice, you know, it's not too much, it is still very glowy and beautiful, but you can see that one more, I feel, than you can see this one. That one's more of a subtle highlighter, whereas this one, you know, you can really see it, but it still looks lovely and natural. And then very lastly, we are going to do lips. Again, I have a couple of lip products to try, so I'm going to show you both. So the first one is this one here, which is one of the lip glows. So packaging looks like this. And then it's like one of these slanty ones, but it's a gorgeous colour. It's like a really nice pinky mauve shade. I'm just going to put this straight on just to show you what it looks like. Oh, it smells nice. That's really pretty. So that one looks like that. So yeah, it's kind of like, I wouldn't say it's as opaque as the lipsticks are, but it gives a really nice moisturised finish, almost like a cross between a balm and a lipstick. It's really nice. I love the shade, but I want to use 503 in the lipstick today, and this is a very, very popular shade. So that's what the lipstick looks like. Again, really nice quality packaging, and the shade is like this. It looks beautiful, really nice. So look at that. See, that's a lot more opaque and a bit more of like a satin finish as well. I'm just going to line my lips quickly. I'm going in with the MUA, what's this one? It's Sincere. So that one just there. Oh, that is lovely. Really creamy formula as well. It goes on beautifully. There's no dragging or anything. It's just so smooth and creamy. I love it. Really beautiful colour. And of course it matches the eyes because it's the same shade. So here is the finished look. And overall, I actually really quite like it. I'm not as keen on the foundation, if I'm being totally honest, as I was when I first applied it. As time's gone on, I just feel it looks a little bit drier on my skin, a little bit too dry for me maybe. I prefer a little bit more of a dewier finish than this is quite matte for me anyway. So yeah, I probably wouldn't rush out and repurchase the foundation again. Although saying that, it is a really nice product, and on most people it probably would look really nice. It's just that if you're particularly dry in areas like myself, then yeah, it's not the best, I wouldn't say. However, literally everything else that I used, I can't fault it, apart from the no rule stick, but that wasn't the fault of the product itself. That was, you know, it just didn't work for what I tried it for. You know, it's not supposed to be a bronzer, so yeah, it's not the product's fault. As I say, I have quite a few of those in different colours, and I actually really like them usually. Yeah, the eyes, I love the eyes. Those little pots are brilliant. They really are. They're so versatile. As I say, they're completely transfer proof, as I showed you. Absolutely amazing. The liner as well, so easy to use. It looks really good. I really like it. And it doesn't look like, as I said, it doesn't look in your face green. It's like a dark, it's just like a dark colour, but it's more of a browny green. So it's really nice. The mascara, as I say, yeah, it's a little bit more clumpier than I'd usually go for, but it still looks nice. I still like it, and I'll continue to use it. Love the lips. What did I use on my cheeks? Oh, the blush, really nice, and the highlighter. I prefer the original liquid one, but the other one's really nice too. So as always, I will link all the products shown in today's video in the description box below for you, along with a discount code if I can find one as well. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the absolute world to me. If you did enjoy watching this video and you would like to see more content from me in the future and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye!